Hey everybody, welcome back to another project with Hoosier Mama Restorations. This week I have two projects. The first one is a mid-century modern living room set. There's two step tables and a coffee table. Here's the granite that goes on top. So the client chose this color called Crucible. It's a really dark gray, pulling out some of the grays out of the granite. So these are our products for the week. We have the chalk paint. I love the Krylon chalk paint from Lowe's. It has a really good consistency and great coverage, and it's definitely an ultra matte. It looks really nice. So I'm going to use a little bit of Paint Easy on there for any drip marks, just to help level everything out. And then finally, I'll seal with the clear ultra flat, the polyacrylic. So I'm gonna get started on that. There's some wear on a lot of the legs and it needs some cleaning. Yeah, have a lot of cleaning to do and some sanding. So I'm gonna use a 220 grit and get these cleaned up, wipe down with my Windex, and then I'll be ready to start applying the Crucible color. And then I'll show you the other project that I'm doing later, so stay tuned. Okay, I have all the legs sanded smooth here, and everything is all cleaned off. All this is really smooth. I used a 220. I have my ventilator and I have my paint ready to go here. Let me get the top off here. So I have a really good consistency. It's not thin, but it's going to go through the spray really well. You know, if it's too thick, it'll start spitting everywhere, and then you'll have all these chunks, and nobody wants that. So I have my ventilator, and I'm going to get 3 coats on this today, and then while that's drying, I'm going to do prep on the small vanity that I'm going to do as my second project. It's going to be vanity with a mirror and a stool. So I'm going to reupholster the padded seat, and we're going to do a really dark green on that. So I'm excited to get started on that a little bit later, but first things first, we're going to start with our first coat on this living room set. Well, I'm loving this Crucible color. I have 3 coats on. It is almost dry. The very top's still drying, as you can see, but it's a really nice color. It's going to look so good with that granite. So I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to start doing prep for my next project. We have a vanity with a drawer. There's also a mirror, which I already got covered, and a stool. So I have fabric to put on the padded seat there. It's going to be a color called Sea Turtle. So a really dark green. So that's interesting. I've never done a dark green before. Not a funny sheet. My son loved the poop emoji when he was little, so I have an extra sheet. But yeah, this gray is going to go with the granite, and then here is the seat. It still has a ton of padding in it. It just needs some new fabric. So she did send that with, let's see here. Here we go. That's there we go. There's the inside. It's hard to see right now. So it's a dark green to go with that. So I'm really excited. I never get to do dark greens. So I'm going to get started on doing the prep so I can start first thing in the morning on the vanity and get it painted. I already got the mirror covered. You're just going to take your painter's tape along all the edges here and then cover the glass. It's really easy so you don't get any overspray in there. And there's the vanity. So I took out the drawers so I could spray that as well. And then you probably see these new curtains behind me. My husband is pretty handy, and he put this up for me to help with catching all the overspray in the garage. So now I have my own painting booth. I'm so appreciative, so excited. He's awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna get started on cleaning. I'm gonna rough this up actually a little bit. It's pretty smooth with a 120 grit. Go over it with that, clean it off, and then I will be ready for sea turtle green. I'll do 3 coats of that today, and then I'll be reupholstering the seat as well. So tomorrow I'll be distressing the living room set and then sealing everything at one time. So should be good to go. Hey, I wanted to show you guys how to reupholster fabric on a cushion seat. First, you're going to lay out your fabric and put your seat pad face down, like so. And then you just cut your fabric. You need to pull the sides up to make sure that you have enough fabric to cover all the edges. And then what I do is I don't cover my screw holes because you don't want to try and go through the fabric when you're screwing it back onto the stool or the chair, whatever you're doing. So after that, you're going to do each side. I put in staples on each side of where the screws are going to come in. You're going to do that on all 4 sides. I like to do a staple about every inch, especially on a thick fabric like this. But yeah, that's a good rule of thumb, is about every inch. And then for the corners, you're just going to fold them and get them as tight as you can and form a triangle. Sometimes you can cut a slit right here on the end and you can cut off that excess fabric that comes all the way up. So I use an air compressor staple gun. It takes 3/8 inch staples, and these are heavy duty. So this is what you need for reupholstering a seat, and then you can reattach it, and you're going to completely change the look of your chair or your stool. So see how pretty that is? It's going to be so nice with that sea turtle green. I can't wait. Please enjoy all the after photos and subscribe for more. Thank you for watching.